So Megan has HIV, but Matthew still wants to be with her. He just felt like Megan is very beautiful. She has a great personality and she's like one of a kind. Now a few months go by and Megan is in rehab and she's doing her best to learn how to walk again. Her speech has gotten a lot better where she can speak fluently. Matthew and Megan's mother has gotten real close. Matthew has helped Megan through every single struggle she had, and he's starting to fall more and more for her. Megan understands what is going on at this point. She understands that her ex-boyfriend is gone. She understands that Matthew is there to be a friend and a helping hand. But it's one thing she don't understand. And she don't understand why she keep having these dreams of a man getting out of prison to try to take her life. She keeps having this weird dream that this big tall guy has blood on his hands. And it bothers her every day and every night. Sometimes she try to get over it, but she can't. Some people told her, yeah, you just had a brain injury and it's probably due to that. But Megan said no, because even when I was in a coma, I basically had spiritual encounters. So Matthew, Megan, and Megan's mom is all in the room hanging out. One of the doctors come and knock on the door and tells Megan, hey, it seems like you're getting a lot better. And we're deciding that you can go home pretty soon. Not today, not tomorrow, but probably in a couple of days. Megan was beyond happy, but also scared at the same time. Matthew, on the other hand, didn't understand what he was going to do once Megan left the hospital. He didn't feel comfortable with asking Megan to stay with her or stay with her mom. And he didn't want to feel like a weirdo if he just got a place to stay out here close to her. So while they're hanging out, Megan's mom gets a phone call from Officer Smith. Megan's mom picks up the phone and says hello. Officer Smith says, hey, is this Megan's mom? She said, yeah, it's me. He said, listen, I got some bad news. She grabs her chest and says, what could it be? So he takes a deep breath, exhales. He said, listen, there's a man that was just released from prison. Big, tall, stocky guy. They say he'd been only released for a couple of days. And right when he got out, there's rumors that he's looking for Megan. He says, listen, it's a whole bunch of hoops that we had to jump through to try to protect Megan. But if he ever come around you guys, or if you guys see this guy, please call 911 immediately. Megan's mom is literally confused. Why the heck is this man looking for Megan? So she asks, why would this man be looking for my daughter? He said, this is the same man that we believe Megan's ex-boyfriend was trying to get away from. And when Megan's ex-boyfriend passed away, he probably didn't want no problems with that guy. So the guy that was at Megan's house that night was actually his cousin. And we believe that he's trying his best to seek revenge. She takes a deep breath, and Matthew sees that she's bothered. So Matthew says, is everything okay? Now she don't want to tell him what the officer said in front of Megan. So she tells him, no, everything is good. Matthew says, are you sure? She says, no, I'm positive. So her and Officer Smith hang up, and then she looks at Megan. Megan is looking very concerned, and she can feel in her spirit that her mom is trying to hide something from her. Megan's mom gets up and says, you know what, I'll be back. I'm finna run to the vending machines. Megan says, Mom, what's going on? She tried to brush Megan off. Oh, it's nothing, there's nothing to worry about. But deep down inside, she is panicking. So she asks Megan, do you want anything back from the vending machine? Megan says no. And then she says, okay, I'll be back. Matthew looks at Megan and says, hey, do you mind if I walk to the vending machine with her? Megan said, please, go ahead. So Matthew and Megan's mom is walking towards the vending machine. Now Megan's mom is really trying her best not to break down in front of Matthew, because she is beyond scared for her daughter and she doesn't know what to do. Matthew can sense that she's trying to hold back. So Matthew asks her, what's wrong? She grabs her hand like it was in pain and says, listen, somebody is after Megan. He sighs at her and says, who though? She said, the guy that got unalived at Megan's house that night, his cousin is looking for Megan. So Matthew says, but how do he know that? She looks down and said, well, he said ever since he's been out of jail, it's been rumors that he's been walking around looking for Megan. Now Matthew's starting to think, do he really want to be with Megan? Because she has a condition she can't get rid of. It's still people that's after her, and he got to help her do a lot. So now at this point, He's thinking, should he walk away or should he just stay? He really has feelings for Megan, but he don't want to put himself in a situation that he can't get out of. So being totally confused, he takes a deep breath and exhales. Then he comes up with his decision on what he wants to do. So he touches Megan's mom's shoulder and starts patting it. He looks at Megan's mom and says, listen, I would be out of my mind if I